The Middle East is once again standing on the
Hi
edge of a
everyone,
dangerous conflict.
and welcome back to another After Effects and map animation tutorial. In today's video, I'll show you how to create war predictive missile target arcs using GeoLayers 3 in Adobe After Effects. We'll build this animation step by step, and by the end of the tutorial, you'll be able to create the same effect for your own projects. So, let's get started. First, create a new composition. Set the resolution to 1920 by 1080. For this tutorial, I'll use a 30-second duration, but feel free to adjust it to match your project. Once everything is set, click OK. Next, open the GeoLayers extension. Now, create a new map comp. Rename it to Iran. Then click Next to continue. For the map source, choose ESRI maps and select the world imagery style. Finally, click Create. The map may take a few moments to generate, depending on your system, so just wait until the process is complete before moving on. Now, let's add Iran to our map. Go to the search bar in the GeoLayers panel and search for Iran. Once it appears in the Results drop-down menu, click Add to Browser. Next, select Iran from the browser and click Draw Feature. GeoLayers will now generate the outline of Iran and place it directly into your composition. To keep your project organized, rename this layer to Iran Fill. If you'd like to change the map color, simply open the Fill settings and choose any color you prefer. For this tutorial, I'll change it to blue. Next, change the blending mode to Multiply. This helps the map blend more naturally with the background and gives it a richer, more professional appearance. Of course, you can experiment with other blending modes to achieve the style you're looking for. Now, let's create a border around Iran. Return to the GeoLayers panel and switch the palette to Border Stroke. You can customize the border before drawing it. For example, I'll reduce the stroke width from 5 pixels to 3 pixels for a cleaner look. Once you're happy with the settings, click Apply. Select Iran again and click Draw Feature. GeoLayers will create a separate border layer around the country. And that's it. Your Iran map and border are now complete. Now we'll repeat the same workflow for Saudi Arabia to prepare the next part of our animation. Now it's time to add the country names to our map. Select the text tool and type Iran over the Iran map. Next, parent the text layer to the MAC anchor layer, like Iran anchor layer in my case. This ensures the text stays aligned with the map whenever it's moved or animated. To center the text's anchor point, hold Ctrl plus click the Center Anchor Point button. Now, drag the text into position and place it neatly in the center of Iran. Once you're happy with the placement, enable the 3D layer switch. This allows the text to match the map's perspective and blend naturally into the scene. Now, repeat the same process for Saudi Arabia. Add the country name, convert the text into a 3D layer, parent it to the Iran anchor layer, center the anchor point, and position the text neatly on the map. With that done, both country labels are now in place and ready for animation. Next, let's create the missile trajectory. Start by creating a new composition. Set the resolution to 3000 by 1500. Rename it Target Line and click OK. Inside the Target Line composition, create a new shape layer and rename it Target Line. Now, select the pen tool. But before drawing the path, make sure the fill is set to none. Enable the stroke if disabled and set its width to 7 pixels. With the stroke settings in place, draw a straight line by clicking once to create the starting point. Then, click again and drag the second point to create a smooth curved path. This curved line will represent the missile's flight trajectory. Now, let's animate the trajectory line. Start by adding the Trim Paths property to the target line layer. Open the End parameter and create your first keyframe with the value set to 0%. Then move the timeline forward to around 4 seconds and create a second keyframe with the end value set to 100%. Preview the animation to make sure everything looks smooth. Once you're satisfied, select both keyframes and press F9 to apply Easy Ease. This creates a much smoother and more natural animation. Next, let's create the target indicator. Duplicate the target line layer by pressing Ctrl+D. Then rename the duplicated layer to Target. Move this new layer forward on the timeline to about 2 seconds, so it starts after 2 seconds. Since both layers currently use the same color, it can be difficult to tell them apart. To make the target line stand out, simply change its stroke color to red. Now preview the animation again, and you'll see both trajectory lines animating independently. Now let's transform the red line into a moving target indicator. Open the Contents menu, expand the stroke settings, and increase the stroke width to around 30 pixels. You'll notice the line is now much more visible. Next, change the line cap to round cap, and the line join to round join. This gives both ends of the stroke a smooth, polished appearance. Now expand the taper settings. Set both the start width and end width to 50%. This creates a cleaner, more dynamic looking indicator. Preview the result before moving on to the next step. Now let's animate the indicator. Open the Trim Paths settings and locate the End parameter. Then move that keyframe slightly back on the timeline, just as shown in the tutorial. Change the value of the last keyframe from 100% to approximately 25%. After that, add one final keyframe with the end value set to 0%. This completes the disappearing animation of the indicator. Finally, animate the Offset property. Create the first offset keyframe at the same point where the Trim Paths animation begins, using a value of 0 times plus 0 degrees. Move to the end of the animation and set the second keyframe to 1 times plus 0 degrees. To finish, select all the offset keyframes and press F9 to apply Easy Ease. This adds smoother acceleration and deceleration, resulting in a much more natural looking animation. To create a short pause between each animation cycle, add a padding keyframe to both the end and offset properties. This small gap gives the animation a brief moment to rest before it starts again, making the overall motion feel much smoother. Next, our goal is to make the animation loop continuously. Hold Alt and click the stopwatch icon next to the End property to enable an expression. In the expression field, type Loop Out. Now repeat the same process for the Offset property and apply the Loop Out expression there as well. With these expressions in place, the animation will repeat automatically in an infinite loop, so you won't need to duplicate any keyframes manually. As you scrub through the timeline, you'll see the indicator continuously follow the same path. Let's give the target indicator a more polished look. Select the target layer and apply a glow effect. You can use the same settings shown in this tutorial, or adjust the values to match your own visual style and project. Finally, choose a color that best suits your design. Feel free to experiment with different colors until you achieve the look you're after. Now let's create multiple missile indicators. Duplicate the target line composition. Then move the duplicated layer slightly forward on the timeline. This creates a sequence where each missile indicator appears one after another, giving the animation a much more realistic feel. If the spacing between the indicators looks too large, simply duplicate the layer again and adjust its position on the timeline until you're happy with the timing. With that, our animated target indicator is complete and ready to be integrated into the main GeoLayer map composition. Go to the project panel and drag the target line composition into your main comp 1. As you can see, the animation is now perfectly imported into the main composition. Next, resize the composition by reducing its scale to around 50%. Then parent the target line layer to the Iran anchor layer and enable the 3D layer switch. This ensures the trajectory moves naturally with the map whenever it's animated. To make positioning easier, move the anchor point to the starting point of the missile trajectory. This gives you much better control when rotating or aligning the path. As we want the missile launch trajectory to start from Iran, right-click the layer, go to Transform, and choose Flip Horizontal. This instantly reverses the direction of the trajectory. Now make a few final adjustments to the position and rotation until the path aligns perfectly with your map. Once everything looks right, duplicate the trajectory as many times as you need and position each one toward different destinations to represent multiple predicted target areas. And that's it. Our predictive missile trajectory map animation is now complete here, but we're not done yet. In the next part of this tutorial, you'll learn how to create a realistic missile impact effect, including a cinematic shockwave animation that brings your map to life and makes the entire sequence even more dramatic. So, if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.